Bryce Young is finally becoming that guy. Right now, they are one of the more underrated teams in the NFL. They're definitely a sleeper team in my opinion. Now 7-6 on the year, I believe. Hopefully I'm correct on that. But ultimately, what I'm noticing when I'm watching the film is Bryce Young seems A, more confident, B, he understands how to read a defense a lot better. And for example, take a look at this play here. So one guy that they targeted a lot in this game was Emmanuel Forbes. Now, Emmanuel Forbes was coming off a pretty good game last week, but is a guy that was ultimately a first-round pick from Washington. Did not end up being great there. It was actually getting cooked every time he touched the field. And then, ended up joining the Rams, started to play a little bit better. But they still said, you know what? I think we can make some plays on this dude. So right here, the first thing that we notice is they're showing double mug. Essentially what that means is they're covering up that A gap and they're applying pressure. Usually how to combat that is you put your running back in the A gap and he'll pick up whoever the center does it if they do fully blitz. Another thing we notice on this play is they are in a one high safety look and we've got press man coverage to the outside. This is huge. The reason being is because these reads become yes-no reads. Quarterbacks, if they love their wide receiver way more than they like the DB, they will throw that ball no matter what, unless this guy shifts over and shades it. Okay, now, as we adjust here, as we drop back, you're going to see this DB or the safety, the single eye safety goes from that left hash to the middle of the field, okay? That was his initial move, right? So when he sees that, he just throws the ball. Just throw the ball. Now look at the ball placement. It is right in the bucket. This is one thing about Bryce Young that is improving. His accuracy, the placement of the football was amazing. Not only on this throw, but in this football game. This is huge. Knowing you got to get the ball out early. Knowing we have press man coverage, Coker versus Emmanuel Forbes. We love that matchup. We're taking it every single day of the week. Love this play by Bryce Young. And what I wanted to do in this video was break down a ton of film. I want to show you exactly why I believe Bryce Young is becoming that guy. Now, before we dive into the video, make sure you do me a favor, hit the like button. Most importantly, hype the video if possible. We will be breaking down the Panthers all year on this channel. So if you want more, all you got to do is let me know in the comments down below. And let's keep going. Okay, another play where he wanted to go at Emmanuel Forbes. We're going to come out in this kind of little bunch set here to the bottom side and the top side. And we're just running this out route. Okay, we're going to take a stop route or a quick little hitch here by the tight end. And we're just trying to generate a matchup. Since we're playing to the right hash, this is the short side of the field. This is where you want to go, right? If you're running the exact same thing to the opposing side, this is the better side to throw the ball because the ball doesn't have to go a further distance compared to the opposite side. So, as we drop back in the pocket, our first read was number 10. He drops back to the middle of the field and not to the outside, which means we have matchups over here that we like. And as we drop back, we're going to turn. We're going to see him connect to our tight end, which means we have leverage to the outside. Ball's out early. And honestly, in a really good spot. The reason being is because he gives Coker enough room to either A, turn this up the sideline, or B, turn this back up the field, right? So that is usually the sign of a perfect football. If you give him space to either turn either which way. And boom, he turns up the field and picks up an extra maybe 6 yards. And end up picking up 15 on that play. Another great job by Bryce Young. Let's see, when the football comes out. Now. So he hasn't even turned his head yet to look. This is perfect. This is a great ball by Bryce Young. That is how it is done. I'm telling you, Bryce Young is getting better right in front of our eyes. Really quickly, guys, do me a big favor. Like I said, hit the like button. But if you guys could subscribe to the channel, that would be huge. We're going to be covering the Panthers all year long. They're starting to win a lot of games, and we got you guys covered. So join the family. Turn on your post notifications. That way you're notified when we do post the Carolina Panthers film breakdown. And I promise, so many more are going to come out soon. Let me know in the comments what you want to see me break down next, whether it's an individual player like Lathan Ransom, or it could be anybody. Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll try to get that video for you in the next few days. And with that being said, let's keep going. This was the touchdown to Chuba. I felt like I needed to just show it because it was a 35-yard touchdown or whatever. We're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion here by our tight end. We're going to notice how no one rotates over, which actually is perfect because we can tell they're either A, in his zone, or they're just blitzing, right? So as we motion them, you're going to see right away They get a couple of guys rotating off that side of the field. We get a couple of defensive linemen dropping back into coverage here. And now we just get guys out in front blocking for Chuba, right? And we know Chuba can make guys miss an open space where we just dump this thing down. Boom. Now we have opportunity here. Because number 10 over commits to the inside, if we can just maintain these blocks, all we have to worry about is this weak side safety, right? So boom, he just turns on the jets and goes. What a play there by Chuba, getting the ball at the backfield and just going. I thought this was another good one here by the Panthers, and then ultimately being able to just outrun everybody. Outrun everybody. It seems like that angle here by the safety was just, honestly, a little bit weird here. Is it just me, or does it feel like he could have made a play but gave up? I don't know. That is very interesting. But either way, touchdown, 35-yard touchdown for Chuba. Big time play. And a big touchdown for Carolina. Monday Night Football is officially here. We got Packers, we got Eagles. Should be a really good game. At least in my opinion, it's got that potential. Now, I'm having so much fun on the Sleeper app. I can possibly over 1,000x my money every single day on this app, and it has been so much fun so far. And I kind of wanted to share you some of my picks before we do so. Now, you guys can see them, but if you use my promo code DUBS, you see it right here, you are going to get a 100% match deposit up to $100, which means if you put in $100, they're going to give you $100. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50, right? It is a steal, I would do it just for that. Now, take a look at my picks. I'm going Saquon Barkley, more than 50 rushing yards. A.J. Brown, more than 40 receiving yards. Jalen Hurts, at least 1 touchdown. Jordan Love, more than 200 passing yards. And Romeo Doubs, more than 40 receiving yards. It's all lower than you may think, and I think it's safe. 30 to win 63. Not too crazy, not too wild. Let me know what you guys are doing for tonight. Are you going big? Are you staying safe? Let me know, and let's get back to the video. Very interesting play here. We're going to get kind of like this chip and release off the edge rusher. We're going to be running this in route. We're going to be running another in route, like a level concept, and then kind of like this out route to the bottom side of the screen. Now, the defense is going to be in a cover 3 where this guy drops back. Obviously, he's covering there. He's dropping back, and you're going to get a flat. You're going to get a hook curl over here. You're going to get a flat over here, and then this guy's going to be in a hook curl way over here. So what is the open spot of this defense? It's right up the middle of the field, right? If and only if we're able to get these guys out of the middle, right? If we can get them to rotate over. Now, what's interesting about this play is you're going to see this linebacker go from the middle, literally the dead middle of the field, to really trying to get over to the outside of the hash mark. So as we drop back in the pocket, we drop back, we see him immediately go from inside to dropping over to the running back, right? So he's kind of in this match coverage a little bit. And that middle just breaks wide open. Bryce Young reads it like a book, layers it right where it needs to be, and we pick up a nice little 10-yard gain. That is instinctual football. That is just getting the football where it needs to go and taking what the defense gives you. Sometimes all you need to do is take what they give you, and you could turn a 2-yard reception into an 18-yard pickup or more, right? And right here, we just pick up an easy 10-yard gain depending on how the defense played. I'm not sure if A, this guy was in the wrong coverage, or B, he was just in a match on the running back, right? Picking up and allowing this DB to drop back a little bit further. But either way, middle of the field was not contained at all. And again, easy pickup. Or maybe it's an inverted Tampa 2 look. I don't know. Didn't look like cover 3 to me. But easy pickup. We'll take it. Also had this play here. We're going to get like double crossers. One here by Xavier Legette. One here by T-Mac. Or Tedoroga McMillan, and basically we're going to see, I think, just man coverage across the formation, and Legette does a really good job kind of getting in the way of Tet's man. You're going to see to the top side, they're giving us inside leverage. See how our front foot is on the inside of the DB? They're giving us the inside of the field on both sides, which is huge for double crossers because they're going to be trailing from the backside. Okay, so we get a little bit of pre-snap motion. Boom, you're going to see him match up with T-Mac. And from here, look at our guy, Legette. Just does a good job slightly getting in the way. Doesn't pick, doesn't rub, but gets in the way as much as he can. And then, boom. Now we just have a little bit of leverage here. We lead the ball over the head of Emmanuel Forbes. not really playing great coverage, just gets beat down the field. Now, this is a great throw because you could lead him here. It's going to be a contested grab, but instead of that, he leads him down the field. This is a great play by Bryce Young, knowing there's no safety up over the top. We pretty much have this entire field to work with on this right side, and because T-Mac is bigger, stronger, more physical, and a great contested wide receiver, great contested catch wide receiver, throw it in his area, he'll go get it, and right there he does, and takes it for a 43-yard touchdown. Great job here by Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers, taking down the best team in football, potentially. I know the Patriots are really good too, but I just think the Rams are a little bit more experienced and a little bit more dynamic on both sides of the football, have played tougher teams, but I don't know. Looks like the Panthers said, not today, man. We are better than you think. Don't underestimate us, and man, did they play a good football game. So did Bryce Young specifically. So, and the defense, 2 pick sixes, I believe. Yeah, we're going to have to break down the defense. We'll do that soon. And make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, join the family for that part 2. Hopefully we'll get it out in the next few days. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.